Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for a little video. Yesterday we lost to Huddersfield Town 2-1 at Carrow Road. I wasn't there, neither was Chris. I was in London, Chris was at work to do, so no videos last night, apologies, but I doubt you really wanted to reflect on it too much. We lost 2-1 and back to square one once again. After Brentford beating them 5-0, you thought, okay, we might be able to turn a corner here, you know. Barnsley up next, should really be beating them. And then 2 home games, you're thinking we might be able to put a run together there. Lose to Barnsley, you're back to square one. The win over Villa was brilliant, but at the same time, Villa fans were saying it was their worst performance of the season, and they were poor. They were very poor off the ball, much like Brentford. Beat them, fantastic. You think, okay, another home game, we'll see what we can do. Lose against Huddersfield, who admittedly were very good, or I've heard were very good. I haven't watched the game. I don't want to watch the highlights. I don't want to watch the goals. I don't care in watching the game. I didn't see any of it, but I guess it went something like this. So I reckon we started, well, I know we started with a team that wasn't suitable to play Huddersfield. Lots of players in there who would have been tired. We then probably started slightly shockingly defensively, and huffed and puffed a bit. They scored, and then we huffed and puffed and got a goal, and then we huffed and puffed a bit more, created a few chances but weren't cutting edge in front of goal, and then we huffed and puffed a bit more, you know, not really closing the ball down well enough. Poor off the ball, not getting stuck into them. Formation wise, we weren't good. We were leaving space down the left hand side, and then they got a goal, and then we huffed and puffed a bit more, created a few more chances, squandered them chances, and then kind of just died. I reckon that's how it went. Let me know in the comments if that's how the game went last night. I fully expect it to have gone like that because we've seen it so much this season. But basically, Norwich City are a side made up of players who, in the words of Michael Bailey, are past it, don't really care. These aren't all the words of Michael Bailey, by the way. He put out a good tweet that I'll include here. That it's a team made up of players that are past it in a formation that isn't working, and we've got a lot of players at this club who, to be frank, don't want to be here. Robbie Brady has been abysmal all season. His positioning has been truly woeful. We've seen so many goals come down that side, where Olsen's just been completely exploited because he hasn't got the cover, the support that he deserves and needs. Midfield wise, we haven't been good enough all season. Up front, we haven't really scored enough goals and we haven't been cutting edge enough. The wingers have let us down in terms of tracking back. Alex Neil has completely lost the plot. We've got ownership who are settled for averageness. They're settled to just pass their shares down the family, and we'll just keep ticking over as a little mid-table yo-yo club. It's just not good. We've got a CEO who doesn't really seem to care. You know what? I was away in London. I was having a really nice time and I had a fantastic time. You know, when I'm used to miss Norwich games because I was away on holiday, I used to be devastated. Yesterday I couldn't care less. I was kind of glad I wasn't going, and that's really sad. Norwich, you should be excited to go to Norwich games, and I love seeing my mates, but that's really the only thing I like. Like, I'm not like buzzing about watching this team anymore because they don't care. They don't care. And I know some people are going to say, like, oh, they do care. Some of them probably do, but the majority of them don't. They're picking up their hefty pay packets. They're going home. They might care for a few minutes, but once they're home, once they've got food on the table, they can give 2 shits about what the fans think. We've got a board who are completely out of touch with the fans and modern day football. Interviews this season have been ill-timed. We've got a manager who's arrogant, and you know, I'm not going to be too harsh on Alex Neil here because I think he's a talented manager. There's no doubt about that. You don't lose your talent overnight, but we're in a position now where we've got a 35-year-old manager who hasn't been in this situation before. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's evident, and his interviews are getting more and more cagey every time. He's getting more and more on the defensive, and he's just lost the plot. He should have been gone, Alex Neil, after Leeds away, maybe Brighton, Preston. Yeah, I'd probably say Leeds away in the Cup he should have gone. That was one of the worst, tactically most inept performances I've seen from a Norwich City side for a long while. We lost against a 10-man Leeds side. That shouldn't be forgiven. And You know, you go back to last season when we were relegated. We failed the whole of 2016 has been a massive failure. We've been relegated. We haven't adapted to the relegation properly, and we're now probably not going to go up this season. That is a huge failure in one of the most key years ever in football. You stay up in the Premier League last season, you get a massive boost in TV revenue. That's when you start to sustain as a Premier League football club. We failed at that. Fair enough. You know, you can kind of, well, it's still heartbreaking, but you can kind of say, okay, we've got a manager here who is learning. The players weren't great, but at times we gave it a shot. This season is unforgivable. It really is. We shouldn't be in the position we are. We are dawdling to a mid-table finish this season. Even Alex Neil said last night that the automatic positions are over, which is fantastic that you've got a manager in charge that isn't even striving for automatic promotion anymore. That's brilliant. And I'm just really, really angry at this Norwich City setup that we are accepting averageness. Any way of life, you shouldn't be accepting averageness. And to see your football team, your passion, the thing that you invest so much time, effort, love, money in, accepting averageness is one of the most painful things out there. And it is hard to watch this Norwich City side at the moment because I know that long term, we're not going to be a great side. Because we're accepting averageness. We're happy to pass the shares down the family. You know, Delia is happy to pass them down. Jez Moxey is the yes man to Delia. He's happy to just dawdle along, tick over. It's not good enough, Norwich City. This is not good enough and this needs to change. Alex Neil needs to go. I'm fed up with everyone saying otherwise. There's not many now, to be honest. People need to open their eyes and see what's going on at the moment, and it's not good. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. If you want TNC merch, there's 10% off t-shirts. Order before probably Saturday to get delivery before Xmas. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for the support on the Bull City. See you later.